Salutations, ladies and GentleWeebs, my fellow flames of Amethyst. Welcome back to another video. My name is the Amethyst Abrams, and today we're going to be discussing another topic in Wuthering Waves, and that is the topic of, will Wuthering Waves become a pay-to-win gacha game? And what I mean by that, if you look at the track record of all gacha games, eventually there comes a point in the game's lifespan where the content becomes too difficult for the characters you currently own. And the problem with that is, the new game modes or the end game modes that are releasing with each patch are becoming catered to the brand new units. In Honkai Star Rail, you've got game modes like Pure Fiction that is becoming catered to the brand new unit of the update. With Genshin Impact, we had Spiral Abyss, which is catered to the brand new units, or at least it makes it a lot easier if you have the brand new units in the Abyss. One of my personal favorite gacha games is Dragon Ball Legends. That is one of the biggest pay-to-win gacha games out there, especially when it comes to PvP. For instance, the anniversary is going on at the moment. They recently released Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and if you do not have Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, PvP is next to impossible, because he has counters, he has parries, he has blocks, he can do so much stuff in his kit that any unit that is older than, I say, a year prior to this current update, to 2 years, becomes near enough irrelevant. Now, the characters that I love to use in these kind of games are becoming irrelevant because the newer characters are taking the fold and becoming the new norm, becoming the characters that you must or require to have to play the game at the most optimal way, or at least to become a much easier. And the problem I don't want to happen is the fact that I don't want Wuthering Waves to become a pay-to-win game. As you know, there are many endgame modes that are already in the game. We've got Towers of Adversity, Depths of Elusive Realm, and I'm sure they're going to add many more in the future. Now here's the thing, at the moment, Wuthering Waves is far from pay-to-win. All of the characters in the game are moderately in the same category. There are 4 stars that can keep up with 5 stars. There are some 5 stars that unfortunately fall short, but they have their uses. They're the new 5 stars that we've got recently are very good. Jinshi, very good damage dealer. Perhaps the best damage dealer in the entire game. We've got Changli coming out very soon, which by the looks of things is going to become the best sub DPS in the game. You've got Jan, who is a very viable 5-star. Yinlin's a very good sub DPS 5-star. And with the announcement of the 1.2 characters, the fear I've got is if they are starting or decide one day to start releasing endgame content or more endgame content, I don't want those endgame content modes to cater to the new characters alone. Now, the good thing about this is that Wuthering Waves has the game mode, the endgame mode, Depths of Elusive Realm. And Depths of Elusive Realm essentially doesn't necessarily cater, well, it does cater to the new characters, however, it doesn't require you to summon for them yourself. Why is that, you ask? Because each Depths of Elusive Realm is catered to the brand new character. For instance, at the moment we have a Depths of Elusive Realm that is catered to Jinshi and focused around Jinshi, as she is the brand new 5-star unit. If you do not have a Jinshi in your roster, in your arsenal, they give you the option to use a level 50 or a level 60 Jinshi. The good thing about this is that even though it's only a level 50 or level 60 Jinshi, you are essentially able to use the buffs and the perks you get through the Depths of Elusive Realm to make that level 50 Jinshi feel like a level 80 Jinshi, or a level 70 Jinshi, or even a level 90 Jinshi. There is so much going on in Depths of Elusive Realm, you do not need to worry whether you have or don't have the character, because the characters they offer you on the rotation can be essentially built in Depths of Elusive Realm to become absolutely busted so you can clear the content. Is it going to be difficult? Yes. However, is it very much doable? Yes. And if they follow this same formula going forward, Depths of Elusive Realm will not become pay to win because they're going to give you a trial version of the new character. Towers of Adversity, however, may look to be the game mode that is essentially going to cater to you to have the new characters. Now, they're going to essentially renew Towers of Adversity going forward. I'm not sure if it's every update or every couple of updates, but eventually they will renew Towers of Adversity. And the towers are going to become increasingly more difficult with each patch or as time goes on. And what I don't want is it to be a spiral abyss or a pure fiction situation where it's going to potentially require you to have the brand new units to essentially enable you to complete the Tower of Adversity mode. Do I think that's going to be the case with Tower of Adversity? I think it's a likelihood. With Depths of Elusive Realm? No, I don't. I think Depths of Elusive Realm is going to stay exactly where it is, and with each new update, with each new patch, with each new character that comes out, you're going to be able to use a trial version of that character in Depths of Elusive Realm, which is going to enable you to not only test that character, but only see what that character's kit is. It's going to make you basically get a grips of what Depths of Elusive Realm can be in the future. And it's also going to allow people that can't afford or choose not to summon for those characters to still enjoy those characters and clear the content, even though they don't want to or haven't been able to summon for those characters. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I'm making sense. Let me know down in the comments if you understand what I'm telling you. If I'm talking too fastly, too quickly, or if I'm mistaking myself or stuttering, it is because I have a speech impediment. I have to reiterate this every video to stop people from going, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's making no fucking sense at all. I need to reiterate this because I have ADHD, I am autistic, I have a speech impediment. I want you guys to accept that and accept who I am and be patient with me. I do my best to talk my thoughts and speak my mind and create these videos, since you guys like my discussion videos more than my reaction videos or my gameplay videos. Maybe not my gameplay videos when I'm raging, like the recent one with the Light Crusher. Speaking of, there is a follow-up video coming up with Light Crusher that I'm very much looking forward to posting and sharing with you guys, but that one's taking a fair few bits of editing and you guys are gonna have to be patient for that. But I know you guys are very patient with me and you guys are very supportive of me, and we're approaching 1,000 subscribers, and I want to take this moment to just quickly thank you, each and every one of you, for the support you've been giving me. But going back to the matter at hand, and as I am going back to the matter of hand, we're going to go down a bit of an old route here, and that is me essentially just walking through the map here, and we're just going to talk and just talk about what we have been talking about. But I don't think Wuthering Waves will become a pay-to-win gacha game. I think it'll be pay-to... Essentially, it could potentially, at the most, become pay-to-easy mode or pay-to-play on easy mode, but I don't think it's going to be pay-to-win. And the reason why I don't think it's going to be pay-to-win is because you've got endgame modes like Depths of Elusive Realm, which doesn't require you to summon for the brand new characters, and also at the moment, by the looks of things, power creep or the power scaling issues aren't as big of a deal as I originally thought they were, because if you look at characters like Jian, which was the first 5-star in 1.0, compared to Jinshi, going by brute force, Jinshi is going to be the most optimal damage dealer. However, Jian is still very, 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 very much viable and very usable and can be very powerful. So power creeping and power scaling, though it is present in the game, it does exist in the game, it is nowhere near as bad as in other gacha games. And I don't think it's going to cause too much of an issue, because I do believe that each 5-star they release is going to have something unique about them, which is going to enable them to become equally as useful and equally as viable as the characters in the past and the characters going forward. I think each individual character will always be useful to an extent. And I'm happy about that, because it means that in the next six months to a year, I'm still going to be able to use Jinshi. I'm still going to be able to use Kalkaro. I'm still going to be able to use my Yin Lin if I choose to. Because if power scaling isn't going to be as big of an issue as it is in other gacha games, it means that, yeah, of course, you're not going to be able to keep up with the most recent units in the next 6 months to a year. Like, I guarantee Geshu Lin is going to release within the next 4 to 6 updates. And I guarantee he's going to be an absolute unit, an absolute crazy damage dealing beast. And I think everyone is going to see that. But I think you're still going to be able to use other characters to the best of their ability to keep up with as much of the content as possible. I don't think it's going to be, well, my Jian is practically useless now, 6 to 8 months into the game. I don't think that's going to be the case at all. And I think that's a very, very good thing. Where if you look at other gacha games, like I said, look at Dragon Ball Legends, is a very, very good prime example. Every single update they have, or every celebration they have, 4 to 6 months down the road of the game's of the game's lifespan, there's always a unit that is going to destroy the previous unit. In fact, it's so bad, occasionally, this happened a couple of anniversaries ago, they released a Legends Limited, which is like a very rare character, and then what they did was literally 2 weeks later release another character that is a direct counter to the character they've just released. That is a very, very, very bad example, or good example, of power creep. The fact that they release a direct counter to the character they've just released 2 weeks prior. But then again, that is a PvP orientated game. They need to constantly release characters that is going to counter previously overpowered characters. This game is a PvE related game, gacha game. But the fact of the matter is, if the PvE elements and the end game becomes too difficult for the characters you currently own, that's going to incentivize people having to rely on good luck and goodwill of the game to give them the characters they want, or potentially putting money in the game even though they don't want to. And that is going to turn people off the game, because if this becomes a pay-to-win situation, this game is going to lose popularity and eventually going to annoy people. Obviously, if you're good at counters and good at parrying and good at dodging, then you're going to be able to just be good at the game, which is going to enable you to not require these overpowered characters as much as you would think. But you're still going to need them to an extent, because these characters are still going to be very, very powerful and very, very viable going forward if Kuro decides to release another endgame mode, or 2 endgame modes, or 3. And if we get a pure fiction situation, or a Spiral Abyss situation, which is essentially what Towers of Adversity is, I don't want my current characters to be useless within the next 6 to 8 months and possibly a year down the road. Because for all I know, this hasn't happened yet, but for all I know, what could happen is that I could be burnt out from this game in 6 months, not want to play, and then the following 6 months, I'll come back to the game and my characters and the people I use will be non-usable because of power creep, and because of meta, and because of the new game modes and what they've done with them. Depths of Elusive Realm I don't think is going to be a problem, because of the, like I said, they give you a trial version of the characters, and due to the nature of Depths of Elusive Realm, you can essentially use the perks and use the rewards and use the power-up systems that you get given in Depths of Elusive Realm to make that level 50 character feel twice as powerful and keep up with the Depths of Elusive Realm content, where Towers of Adversity relies and requires you to have a very good team. I think you need 3 or 4 different teams to clear Depths of Elusive Realm. That's 3 or 4 good teams. Obviously, you need to have skill, and you need to know how to essentially combat these enemies. And obviously, like I said, the dodge and parry mechanics is going to be a big deal in Tower of Adversity. But characters are also going to be going to become a variable in Towers of Adversity. And I have no doubt they're going to add more endgame modes in the future. I just hope they're going to be more like Depths of Elusive Realm and less like Towers of Adversity. I think Towers of Adversity, which is essentially Spiral Abyss, needs to be the only one of its kind, and we need other interesting, separate, new endgame modes that's going to be similar to what Depths have done, where it's going to enable you to not rely too much on brand new characters. It's going to keep the characters that you currently have usable, viable, and useful, and it's going to require you not to constantly summon for the new units. However, this is a gacha game, anything's possible. Kuro down the road might do that in a year's time. I hope not, but it's possible. But I wanted to give my thoughts on whether Wuthering Waves will eventually become a pay-to-play or pay-to-win game. I don't think that's going to be the case, and if it is, it's not going to happen for a year to 2 years down the road, in my personal predictions, only because we have endgame modes like Depths of Elusive Realm. Towers of Adversity is, or could be, problematic. It could be a spiral abyss or a pure fiction, conundrum like situation we've got in the other games. Because I found that in Honkai Star Rail, it's getting to the point where, like Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction, two of the many endgame modes that Honkai Star Rail has, it's becoming very much pay to win. If you don't have the new units, the content is going to progressively get more and more difficult as the months go along. I haven't played Honkai Star Rail since the launch of 2.2. I played 2.1, I updated for 2.2. I haven't touched any content of 2.2 and 2.3. So if I come back to the game in a couple of months' time, my characters might be useless. And I don't want that to be the case. I want to be able to dive into the game and play the endgame content at a decent, steady rate without having to rely on brand new characters. But I've seen a lot of people also have the similar opinion of that seems to be the case in Honkai Star Rail. It's definitely the case in Genshin Impact. Unless you're just a story-driven player, if you want to focus on endgame content, and I've got news for you guys, there isn't endgame content in Genshin Impact. And the endgame content that they say they're going to add or have isn't really endgame content. Honkai Star Rail has endgame content. We've got Simulated Universe, and within Simulated Universe, we have Swarm Disaster, we have Golden Gears, we have Pure Fiction, which is the one that I'm most concerned about. We've got Memory of Chaos, which is essentially Spiral Abyss for the turn-based elements of Honkai Star Rail. And I'm sure they're going to add more and more and more. I think they added a new endgame mode in HSR that I've missed. But the point of this video was, do I think Wuthering Waves could be a pay-to-play or pay-to-win game? It definitely has the potential to be. But due to the mechanics of the game, due to the contents of the game, and due to the endgame contents that we've got, like Depths of Elusive Realm, and the way they've handled that by giving people the brand new characters on trial, I don't think it's going to be a massive issue, because you're going to still obtain all of the rewards from Depths of Elusive Realm, even if you don't have the characters, because it's a roguelike, and because all the characters you use are mostly trial characters, and you are able to buff your character within Depths of Elusive Realm so much that you're going to be able to clear the content. Sometimes it can be difficult, but you're going to be able to clear the content. And I wanted to give my views on that and give you my thoughts on whether Wuthering Waves is going to be a pay-to-win game going forward in its lifespan. Do I think power creep will be a problem? In a year's time, I do believe it could be. But like I said, due to the contents of the game and due to how the game is played and how the game can be played, I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue as people are worried about. And I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue as Honkai Star Rail, Dragon Ball Legends, Genshin Impact, and so on is. But hey, that's just my opinion. That's just what I think. And I hope to God my predictions are correct. Towers of Adversity, I don't play, but I played the hell out of a lot of Depths of Elusive Realm, because like I said, you go to Depths of Elusive Realm, you can use the trial version of the new characters, and when Chang-Li comes out, I'm not summoning for Chang-Li. But when Depths of Elusive Realm gets updated, and she becomes the new trial character to use in Depths of Elusive Realm, you're goddamn right I'm going to use it. You're goddamn right I'm going to use it. Use her, sorry. I'm going to use the new unit, and I'm going to enjoy it. Will that change my mind and want me to summon for her? Possibly. Who knows? But let me know your thoughts on the points that I made, whether you agree, disagree, and let me know why you agree and disagree. Do you think that the takes that I made in this video are good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think they're kind of, yeah, it's sort of 50-50, it could happen, couldn't happen, I don't really care? Let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you all so much for the support you've been giving me throughout the journey of my recent few months of YouTube. We're coming up to 1,000 subscribers. We're just about to hit 750 subscribers, which is amazing for me. Side note, I got my first paycheck from Twitch. Though it wasn't much, it was a little boost to my wages, and I have each and every one of you to thank for that. And I hope I continue to have your support going forward within my content creation scene. But that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.